Saint Teresa of Avila composed this short, very simple, but very powerfully beautiful prayer poem called Solo Dios Basta. God is enough. Only God is enough. Hello, this is Father Sunny and welcome to another dose of Holy. It's good to be with you today. And I am donning this green coat from my friend Alex Quezada. Alex, champion, I'm praying for you, man, as an homage to him. I was just wearing it today. It's a Christmas gift from Alex Quezada about a couple of years ago now. So thank you, Alex, and I'm wishing you all the best and for your healing and for your strength and recovery, okay? Anyway, I am... as I was thinking about it, this whole thing about when we get sick or when something challenging happens in our lives, I can't imagine not having faith. I just can't imagine how people would be able to survive when they are dealing with all kinds of crazy things that are going on in their lives and they're having difficulties or challenges, or when they're getting sick, or when we're in the midst of situations of death or tragedy or any type of challenges that we face. I don't understand how it's possible for us to overcome that without a sense of faith, without a sense of the higher power, that the intuition toward a higher power that is important in order to overcome some of these great challenges in life. It seems like, where do you look to? Where do you look for recourse if you are going through something that you can't handle or can't control for yourself? And I think that is the reason why, in a practical sense, God is important in our lives. We need God, period. I mean, there's no other way. and so I'm here today kind of to reaffirm that in people, especially because I know in my circle of friends and family these days, there's a lot of stuff going on. And also, again, in the midst of COVID, I think there's a very important message that should be out there, that our contingency is a very important word. Our contingency, that means our own human frailty, our own human weakness, the fact that we don't have control over a lot of things about the universe, opens our hearts and minds really to the need, to the reality, to the necessity of God. And so if we really reflect deeply on that, I think it will affirm our faith. It will firm up our belief in the higher power, in God. And at the end of the day, when everything is said and done, there is one particular prayer that I go back to every time I'm in the face of all of these challenges and things that I face. And that is the prayer that was composed by one of my favorite saints ever. In fact, she's in my top 5. And I have been to the place where she was born many times in the past to my pilgrimages. Her name is Saint Teresa of Avila. Saint Teresa of Avila composed this short, very simple, but very powerfully beautiful prayer poem called Solo Dios Basta. God is enough. Only God is enough. So let me read to you the short text of the prayer of Saint Teresa of Avila. Join me and reflect with me this very, very important, beautiful, and really inspiring and strengthening prayer. It's called Let Nothing Disturb You. Nada te turbe. Let nothing disturb you. Let nothing disturb you. Let nothing frighten you. All things pass away. God never changes. Patience obtains all things. He who has God finds he lacks nothing. God alone suffices. God alone is enough. I guess in a sense, it doesn't sound like a prayer that's directed to God. It's really a declaration of faith. It's really a declaration of faith, and I wanna also kind of look into the Spanish version of that same prayer. This sort of the same declaration, and it's called Nada te turbe, which translates directly as let nothing disturb you. So let me read this this actual lyrics of Nada te turbe. And let's wait for my thing to come alive here, okay? All right, here we go. Nada te turbe, nada te espante. Todo se pasa, Dios no se muda. La paciencia todo alcanza. Quien a Dios tiene, nada le falta. Solo Dios basta. It's more beautiful even in Spanish. And so I think in our lives, as we look at really what matters in the universe, I think at the end of the day, when we have God with us, we are able to overcome even the greatest of challenges that we face, and we can see it from a whole different perspective. And I think that's the reason why it's important to have faith, to have God in our lives. I myself, I'm being a believer, I don't really know how it's possible for me to overcome those without God in my life. And I have seen people that really clung to faith in times of their challenges and difficulties that they face. It also becomes more alive. For example, I remember back when September 11 happened, you know, when the Twin Towers were destroyed in New York, and the whole country of the United States were shaken by this attack, and the tragedy of the loss of lives in this very very unsettling kind of violence that was done toward the people of this country, that awakened a lot of Americans. Oh wait, we are not that we are not that totally protected from what being the country, the powerful country that we are. It doesn't mean that we're completely protected. We are still vulnerable in every way. And I think from that point, people learned, in a way, people learned that their vulnerability means that they need to look to God. And during this time of the tragedy of 9/11, I remember that there were many people that went back to church, or returned to church, returned to the practice of the faith, and really went to join prayers and all kinds of prayer forms. And I think it's the same today in the midst of the pandemic. I think we need to rally our prayers together, because this tells us that we don't have control of a lot of things in our lives. But if we have God with us, Solo Dios Basta. God is enough. And so that is my message today. I hope that it inspires you, and I hope that it makes you think a little bit about your own life, about your own struggles, and about your need for God. This is Father Sunny for another dose of Holy. God bless you always with a happy, holy, and healthy life. And until next time, God bless you.